And good evening. This is live news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed participates in the inauguration ceremony of His Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani as President of Iran for a second term. The Sultanate achieves advanced positions in higher education development indicators according to a report by the British Council. And the United Nations Security Council will vote on a U.S. drafted resolution to toughen sanctions against North Korea. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Juan Evo Morales of Bolivia on the occasion of his country's independence anniversary. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency Dr. Patrick Linton Allen, Governor General of Jamaica, on his country's independence anniversary. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed represented the Sultanate at the inauguration ceremony of His Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani as President for the Islamic Republic of Iran for the second term. His Highness Sayyid Haytham and his accompanying delegation upon their arrival in Mahar Abbad Airport in Tehran were received by His Excellency Mohammad Rida Neimat Zadan, Minister of Industry and Mine, His Excellency Mohammad Rida Nouri, Iran's ambassador accredited to the Sultanate, and a number of senior Iranian officials. His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed left for the Islamic Republic of Iran today to participate in the inauguration ceremony of His Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani as President for the second term. His Highness is accompanied by an official delegation that includes His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Futaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications, and His Excellency Saud bin Ahmed Al Barwani, Sultanate's Ambassador accredited to Iran. The Sultanate had achieved advanced positions in higher education development indicators according to the report, the SHEP Higher Education in the World. The report was issued by the British Council. It included 38 countries all over the world. The report put the Sultanate in the second place at the Arab level on Sustainable Development Policies indicator. The Sultanate also achieved the second place Arab-wise and the 19th place world-wise on higher education system openness indicators, which monitors the availability of infrastructure that facilitate the mobility of the students and researchers and attract students to national universities. The Sultanate also came in the second place at the Arab level on quality assurance indicator, which concerns with the availability of educational efficiency requirements on the International Research Participation Index. The Sultanate came second Arab-wise and fifth worldwide. The Ministry of Higher Education revealed that 1,643 seats for external scholarships and 9,638 seats for internal scholarships are available for the academic year 2017-2018. The ministry clarified that it is working to provide a number of study seats for Social Security families which could reach 1,500 scholarships. The ministry will finance study fees for the Social Security families in addition to a monthly salary. It is well stated that the number of complete fees scholarship for Social Security families reached 638. In order to acquaint pilgrims who have diabetes diseases with ways to control and prevent its complications, Oman Diabetic Association organized an awareness gathering for pilgrims. A number of lectures were delivered on suitable ways to control diabetes, especially during the pilgrimage season. The gathering also included discussion sessions to reply to participants' inquiries, in addition to an exhibition on the topic. Refineries and petroleum industries products in the Sultanate increased during the first half of this year by 12%. Oman Oil Refineries and Petroleum Industries ORPEC said that the production of supercar fuel declined by 14% and reached 7.6 million barrels, whilst the production of regular car fuel increased by 51% and reached 5 million barrels. The statistics issued by OPEC mentioned that the production of liquefied petroleum gas increased by 74% and production of polypropylene also increased by 219%. In the Governorate of Dakhli, activities of summer centers continued, aiming to provide participating students with knowledge, develop their skills and instill on them noble values and traditions. Around 255 male and female students are taking part in 5 summer centers in wilayas of Nizwa, Bahla, Samail and Izki in the Governorate. They learn some information technology skills, science, language, photography and other activities. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television and still to come in our news bulletin. The diplomats from China, the United States, Russia and North Korea to join their Asian and other Asian Pacific counterparts for security talks in the Philippines capital, Manila. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Kurdish-Syrian alliance battling the recapture Raqqa from the Daesh group has now seized about 45% of the militant Syrian stronghold. The US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces militia began a campaign to capture Raqqa from Daesh last year, slowly encircling the city before breaking into for the first time in June. The recapture of Raqqa would mark a major milestone in the 3-year efforts to defeat the Daesh. They were ousted from their main Iraqi bastion of Mosul last month. Still, the Raqqa battle is far from over, with thousands of militants remaining. The United Nations estimates between 20,000 to 50,000 civilians may still be in the city. The US-led coalition fighting the Daesh group in Iraq and Syria acknowledged another 21 civilians' deaths in the past airstrikes, bringing the toll up to 624 in its monthly findings. The coalition said it had completed investigations into 132 allegations of civilian casualties. Among the incidents the coalition said resulted in casualties was a May 12th strike near Raqqa that targeted Daesh group fighters but also killed 10 civilians in a nearby building. The statement read, although all feasible precautions were taken and the decision to strike complied with the law of armed conflict, unattended in civilians' casualties unfortunately occurred. The United Nations Security Council will vote this weekend on a U.S. drafted resolution to toughen sanctions against North Korea to punish the regime for its missile tests. The United States said it will also seek to build unified pressure on the North at the Manila event known as the ASEAN Regional Forum. After their own day of meetings today, ASEAN Foreign Minister released a joint statement expressing grave concerns over the North's first 2 intercontinental ballistic missile tests that were conducted last month. It said these developments seriously threatened peace, security and stability in the region and the world in general. Ahead of the launch of the annual gathering of foreign ministers from the 10-member Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, Vietnam made a bold play against China with a raft of suggested changes to a planned joint communique. It set the stage for a few days of diplomacy in the Philippine capital, with the top diplomats from China, the United States, Russia and North Korea to join their ASEAN and other Asia-Pacific counterparts for security talks from tomorrow. Vietnam also wanted ASEAN to assist in the statement that a planned code of conduct for the sea with China be legally binding, which Beijing opposes. China claims nearly all of the strategically vital sea, including waters approaching the coast of Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia and Brunei. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas overlooking Sea of Oman with chances of scattered rainfall. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be north to northeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed participates in the inauguration ceremony of His Excellency Dr. Hassan Al Rouhani as President of Iran for a second term. Sultanate achieves advanced positions in higher education development indicators according to a report by the British Council. And the United Nations Security Council will vote on a U.S. drafted resolution to toughen sanctions against North Korea. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin, brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. This news has been led by Mohammed Al Mahrouqi and from the news side by Ahmed Al Habsi. Thank you for joining us.